Hey, Regal.
What's up?
You want a scoop?
What's scoop?
So, you saw Money in the Bank Sunday, right?
Yes.
You saw Raw Monday?
Unfortunately.
You saw the segment with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Where Brock Lesnar was rocking out to the boombox?
Oh. Ooh. Alex.
What?
I'm going to guess.
Hold on, I've got a scoop.
I think I know what your scoop is.
What?
I think you know what song he was listening to.
I do know what song he was listening to.
What song was it, Alex? That's right, Alex. He wasn't listening to a song. He was listening to Off the Chest of Timothy Regal.
That's right.
That's why he was so happy.
He was so happy listening to Off the Chest of Timothy Regal. Did you just get a text from Brock Lesnar?
I did.
Thanking us for another great episode?
I did, actually.
Wow.
No. I got a text from Jason Prentice. I got a tweet from Jason Prentice, of all people.
Asking when the next episode of Off the Chest of Timothy Regal was going to be up?
Totally.
All right. So, Regal, what episode are we on?
I don't know anymore.
I can look. Did I put up the last one or did you?
I put up the last one, actually.
So it's 117, I think.
So I believe you're right. I believe we're on 117. We're on 117 or 118. But, Alex, it's a big week. A lot happened over the weekend.
A lot happened.
There's a lot happening this weekend.
A lot happening this weekend.
It's possibly the biggest weekend ever.
Ever.
Because
Nah.
SCW is going down at the Walcott Coliseum.
116 East Bryant Street, Walcott, Iowa. SCW Pro presents Say Yeah.
Are the top guys going to show up?
Maybe if they can get out of their WWE contracts.
I mean, Seth Rollins showed up at Epic.
That's true. The Revival may or may not be at Revival.
So, hey, I guarantee you if they show up at SCW Pro,
yes,
we're not going to make them shave each other's back.
They were not?
No, we're not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
We have a better writing team than that. We have a better writing team than making terrible looking green and gold titles that, from what I can tell from what I've read based on what I've been reading, that they really have absolutely no clue what the fuck they're doing with it. Yeah, so we should there's a lot to talk about. Let's talk about Money in the Bank first.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna start out by saying, as a whole, I really thought this was a good pay-per-view.
I did not catch it from the beginning. I think I started watching towards the end of the women's Money in the Bank match.
Okay, so that was the first match, but
I didn't see the pre-show at all, which I usually watch.
So here's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Obviously Sunday night was a big night. The final episode of Game of Thrones aired.
How do you feel about that?
I'm actually gonna save that for the end.
Okay. We're gonna do that spoiler bullshit.
Yeah, I think we should still, because it's still only a week old. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has.
It's all over the fucking internet. I know what happens.
Well, okay. So you want me to do it now?
The fucking dragon melts the throne.
Yes, the dragon melted the throne. It was amazing. Okay, so here's the thing.
So wasn't it isn't that the winner of the Game of Thrones was whoever sat on the throne at the end?
That was what we always thought. So basically, here's the deal. Okay. Daenerys Targaryen, who I've pledged...
Not Daenerys Targaryen.
I loved my queen all the way through everything, and then, boom, final 2 episodes, gigantic heel turn, okay? So here's the deal. We get to the scene, and Tyrion tells Jon Snow, you know what you have to do, blah, blah, blah. He comes out, he says, you'll always be my queen. They share one last kiss. And Jon Snow stabs her with a dagger right in the chest. And Dragon, who is the one remaining dragon, he looks at Jon. You think is he gonna do it here? Instead of spitting the fire at Jon, he spits the fire at the Iron Throne and melts the thought to be indestructible Iron Throne, melting the symbol of what all the bloodshed, all the war, all the death, everything that the entire series was fought for. And in the end, nobody got the Iron Throne because it caused so much murder and so much death that the dragon, in his final defiant act, melted the throne because he lost Daenerys because of that throne. And that, to me, people are complaining about this last season. That, to me, was a beautiful, poetic moment. I thought everything after that, I thought was a little bit rushed, but I thought very well done.
Did you see who showed up on SmackDown?
Big E?
No. Dolph Ziggler. And attacked Kofi Kingston.
Oh, boy. Really?
Yep.
Well, great. Okay. So, well, that was that. But no, I thought that the ending was very good. I will say that I think the last season was rushed, obviously, for 6 episodes. There's a lot of hate out there. You're not going to get any of that from me. I thought the last season was phenomenal. I thought the ending was beautiful and poetic. And I'm sad to see Game of Thrones end, but all good things must come to an end at some point. Except for pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling is coming to an end. This Saturday night, Walcott, Iowa, 116 East Bryant Street. Am I lying? Do I know something you don't know?
No, it came to an end, only to be revived.
It's your own fucking gimmick, Regal. That was a dad joke.
Only to be revived at SCW Revival this Saturday.
Any matches announced, Regal?
East Bryant Street, Walcott, Iowa. I actually do. We have some stuff that is announced. The big one, the Shug, Shane Hollister, gonna be coming to Walcott, looking for revenge on the men that he believes cost him the SCW Pro Championship.
I mean, there's really no argument there, is there?
No, there isn't.
I mean, there's no debate.
But the man that he pegged as the masked man from day one, it's gonna be the Shug, taking on the Walking Horror film, Mason Beck.
Are there Braxton Beck truthers out there that insists that Shug would have lost the title to kill in either way?
I don't know. We'll see. But
here's my question now. So we know Braxton and Beck were aligned. Is there another man part of the Masked Man conspiracy?
Maybe there might be one. There might be two. There may be three. We don't know.
What if who's the third man? Is it Hulk Hogan? God, I hope not.
I believe it's Mabel.
That would be pretty. Mabel's dead.
So if Dirt Sheet Dave said Mabel was the third man,
if Merrick Brave can fucking revive Mabel from the dead and bring him to SCW, it is Revival.
SCW Pro Revival.
God damn it! Oh,
yeah, walked right into that
did.
one, Alex.
Yeah, I sure did. Oh shit! Regal said something clever. Stop kicking that plastic bag. It's right by the microphone.
I know. Sorry.
Oh.
No,
we try to be professional, folks. JT Energy, you're not listening, but sometimes we try.
JT might be listening this week. He's banging out the CrossFit.
Who's he banging? The CrossFit?
Banging out the CrossFit. Clanging and banging. That's what the kids that go to the gym say. I do yoga.
How do you know?
I do yoga. So
you do yoga.
Yes.
You do yoga.
Yes. But
your yoga is poopy. You do yoga.
Oh, stop it. Alex just has to take Alex. I make one dad joke, so Alex is gonna have to try to make 20.
Stop kicking the bag! Wrap around your goddamn foot.
I was trying to get it off of my foot. God, and here we're trying to have a professional podcast here.
Serious wrestling journalism. The funny thing is we get scoops sometimes. Like, we have scoops sometimes. Like, we got a scoop today. We never, ever, ever talk about our scoops on the podcast.
because we don't. Because no, we like I said, we
This
we've
is not
alluded to this.
serious wrestling journalism.
We've alluded to it on the podcast. So we do have a source in a couple. We have sources in a couple of places. So occasionally we'll get some info that we have had to sit on.
And I will say that our source has been spot on.
And for anyone
Every
out there,
time.
and for anyone out there that's listening, I will say this: no, my source is not Seth Rollins.
Right. Oh no, we have
Just
other
to clear
sources.
that up.
We have other sources.
Yes.
We are masters of sorcery.
I have, as the late great Lord Varys from Game of Thrones would say, I have many little birds.
Tweet.
But no.
What the fuck are we talking about?
We were talking about the Suge and Mason Beck, and then we just kind of branched off into God knows what. Hey, we're off the rails.
We have no trouble filling an hour and a half.
Yes, we don't. No, Suge and Mason Beck, man. I mean, this is going to be...
We've seen it before. Suge beat Mason Beck for the title, right? Back at
and I mean...
Epic a year ago.
You have the thing now. The Suge is always an intense dude when he gets in the ring.
Right.
Now he's just straight up pissed off.
Right.
He's mad. He's coming for revenge. He's coming after the
Mason
guys.
Beck! Sorry.
He's coming.
We're coming for you!
After the guys who he blames for losing the SCW title. And I never thought I'd say this. I'm not sure I want to be Mason Beck.
We
all know the Suge's got a temper. The Suge can get a little fired up, so.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Any other matches and now?
We got a few other ones.
Fucking the hardest hitting match, one of the hardest hitting matches I've ever seen. Two of the hardest hitters in SCW Pro. Two guys that just, like to beat the shit out of each other. Johnny Wisdom getting a QC Cup shot at Dante Leon.
Yeah, Johnny Wisdom, Dante Leon. This is developing into an issue for that QC Cup, and you got two guys, like you said, both like to hit hard, but both do it in a different way. Johnny, the Midwest strong style, no flips, just fist, just gonna punch you right in the mouth. And then you got a guy like Dante Leon. He's going to be going 100 miles an hour.
But he will also punch you right in the mouth.
And yeah, but if you punch him in the mouth, he's going to punch you in the mouth right back. So
right.
Now Dante is a guy that has taken that QC Cup and he has ran with it. Had a wild, crazy, insane match with Dante Leon.
Dante Leon had an insane match with
Dante Leon. No, with Dion Roosman.
Yeah.
I was trying. It was like
in Iowa City or fucking Moline.
And the beer stoop, yeah.
Yeah.
Brought out the ladder. There was all kinds of craziness going on.
Yes.
Beer
stoop street fight.
From what I remember.
You don't remember the beer stoop, Regal?
I remember the beer stoop. I was there. I know that.
Yes.
I was there. I commentated a show.
Yes, you did, kind of.
If
you haven't been to the beer stoop, folks, make the trip to Moline. It's a good time.
It's a good time. You never know what's gonna happen at the beer stoop.
Buy me a drink.
Buy me several drinks.
Just do not buy him several drinks. If you want to buy him a drink, as long as you've already bought me a drink, that is fine.
But no, this match between Johnny and Dante, I think, is gonna be excellent.
Do you remember the war they had in Iowa City?
They did have one hell of a war in Iowa City.
Honestly, one of the hardest hitting matches I've ever watched live, probably in my entire time.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another interesting. It's round 2 between those two guys. Then we got another match. We got Crotch, the hip shaking hero, the friendly neighborhood pelvic thruster, the phallic phenom, the friend of the Off the Chest of Timothy Regal podcast, a member of the Bruised Balls.
I don't think he would be comfortable with you saying that, Regal.
He's been on the show.
That doesn't make him a friend.
He's always a friend.
Anyways.
Your cohort on Bruised Brawls and Brave.
Not part of the group chat anymore.
Really?
No.
Yeah, didn't. Well,
he says it's breaking his phone.
Because he has a flip phone.
No, he has a smartphone.
Oh, did he finally get a smartphone?
Yeah, but he doesn't ever turn the data on.
Oh, is that the problem? Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Crotch, the friend of the podcast, versus Joe Acer, a guy who is definitely not a friend of the podcast.
Definitely not a friend of the podcast.
Not a friend to anyone except for Robin Steele and Dion Roosman. From what
Not
I
a
can tell.
friend to anyone but Robin Steele and Dion Roosman. Xander Killen's teamed with him before. I don't even think Xander Killen likes this guy.
I don't think Xander Killen likes anybody.
A real downwind piece of trash. How anybody could be in the same room as this guy, let alone the same building, is beyond me. You got to be a real POS to voluntarily be in the same place as this guy. What a dirtbag.
Imagine living with him.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, Joe Asa, man. I hopefully crotch rocket, Bronco Buster 1, 2, 3, the end. Then I don't
think he's getting taken down that easily.
I do know. Hey, the Cubs are winning.
The Cubs are winning. He
Yes.
does know the Cubs are winning. Breaking news, you heard it here first on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, right here on ESPN 93.5. Oh.
Wrong station, wrong podcast.
Why can't one of us ever get on that show?
I don't know. Apparently, Merrick Brave and the Sugar are the only two that are allowed to be on that show.
But you know what's... The Suge was on it?
Yeah, the Sugar was on today.
No, he wasn't.
I thought it said Suge was on.
Maybe. I think there was a guy whose Twitter handle was @ShuggyShug.
Okay, maybe that's
but
why
it wasn't
I was so
Shea
confused.
Hollister.
I thought the Shug maybe got a new Twitter handle or something.
No. But it's funny because Jay Foster will text me during Monday Night Raw asking me what the hell WWE is doing. I don't know, Jay. I just get a text from Jay Foster.
If Jay is listening to this podcast, which he might,
he's listened before.
Jay, if you're listening, trust me, we don't know what's going on with WWE either.
I get a text from Jay Foster. What the hell is WWE doing? I was like, I don't watch Raw, dog.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Speaking of Raw, dog. No, I'm just kidding. Wait.
Whoa.
Wild Dog.
Wild Dog, not Raw Dog.
Did I tell you I got my Wild book?
Yes.
My Wild Dog book came.
You got the Wild Dog comic book. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I had the entire set, original vintage set in my collection when I sold it. I kind of
should have kept that one.
It was one of those things. It's like,
if I keep this one, then I got to keep this one.
Exactly. It was better to go cold turkey when I sold off my set. When I sold off the collection, I sold it all off to a dealer.
A drug dealer?
No, a comic book dealer.
That's when Regal got hooked on coke.
No,
he sold his comics.
A convention dealer. No, I sold it off to a convention dealer. I had the vintage. I had the entire set of Wild Dog comic books. Like I said, I wish I'd kept them. Someday I'm gonna go back and buy at least that. I still kind of wish I would have kept my Nightwing collection, but c'est la vie. It was get rid of all of it or get rid of none of it. But no. The one last thing.
Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't. Say la vie.
You don't even know the words to that song. Do you know who sings that song?
Oh, I don't remember, dog.
That would be 90s British girl group Bewitched.
Yeah, okay.
I
definitely listened to them. I just don't remember.
My buddy Chris Bordhoff loved Bewitched.
Really?
Trust me, Zach Davison, wherever he's listening to this show, just popped. So
for Say La Vie?
Yes. Because that will jog his memory of the Chris loving Bewitched. No, we do have one more piece of news for SCW Revival that I've heard I got it on good authority. Travis Titan, of course, gonna be in the building, and Travis Titan says if he's in the building, he's defending the SCW Pro Championship. Yeah. Titan has gone out of his way to say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a fighting champion. If I'm in the building, I'm defending this belt." So, yeah, it's gonna be quite the barn burner. The last stop on the way to the Rust Belt.
Yeah.
So get out to Walcott this Saturday night, 7:00.
Tickets $10.
Tickets $10.
What else can you do for $10 on a Saturday night? Nothing.
I was gonna say DoorDash is gonna cost me more than $10. So
right.
But get yourselves out to the Walcott Coliseum this Saturday night because, like I said, we got this Saturday night. Then just 6 days later, which we'll talk about more about this next week. But I do want to address this real fast. So there has been some questions online. Maybe if you're seeing.
Woo! Where you're living, Regal.
Rick,
what's going on?
I heard you were Are you okay?
Had a little snippy.
Are you okay?
But I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good?
Yes.
Yeah, you had to pull out a StarCast because the doctor won't let you fly.
I had to pull out a StarCast because the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes and Connor Thompson, they're a bunch of clowns.
Is that? I don't think that's the case, bud. But I mean, if that's your story,
bunch of woos.
But you can tell the people right now.
I can tell the people right now with a tear in my eye, because I just cut some onions, that I will be at the Rust Belt in East Moline Friday, May 31st, SCW Pro, to be the man.
We're excited, Rick.
I'll be there. And you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do? Stop! Damn it! Stop!
Oh, my ticker's going. Better stop.
All right. I don't want you to get overworked, Rick.
It's okay, Regal.
All right.
I'm a figment of your imagination.
What?
I can't really travel. I'm not really here. Woo! I'm not dead. I don't want anybody to think I'm dead. I'm not dead. Anybody that says I'm dead is fake news. Well, that's good news, huh, Regal?
I'm still dealing with the fact that apparently Rick isn't really here. But anyway, no.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What did he say?
He I don't know. It's kind of weird. But Rick, absolutely, SCW Pro's been in contact with him, with his people, and Rick has assured us, with God willing, everything's gonna be fine. He will be in Moline, Illinois, at the Rust Belt next Friday night. I know there are still a few VIP packages available.
Really?
The only way to guarantee yourself meet and greet, photo op, I believe two signed autographs.
Two signed autographs.
You can bring 2 items to get signed. Get to talk to the man. Get the handshake. No hot dogs. But
they might have hot dogs.
I'm sure they have hot dogs at the Rust Belt, but Rick's not giving you a hot dog and a handshake. He's just giving you the firm handshake, signing your stuff, taking the pictures, giving you the woo, and putting up the 4 fingers with you.
We put up the middle finger with me.
I mean, he might.
After he hears you on commentary, well.
Hey.
Ooh. I'm just teasing you, Regal.
But no, absolutely, get yourself to the Rust Belt. We'll probably talk about that more next week.
Yes.
But just want to say it. Yes. For anybody out there that may be on the fence, Ric Flair is going to be in Moline a week from Friday. Get those VIP tickets. Get to the show. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Or in this case, to be the man, you got to come meet the man.
That's right.
And he's going to be here.
SCW Pro, baby.
So, but anyway, we had a busy wrestling weekend, man. We watched. Well, I watched Freelance. You watched the back of your eyelids.
I watched most of Freelance. You son of a bitch.
Dude, I'm sorry. I struggled. I was struggling there towards the end. 9 o'clock is not the best time in the world to start a live stream of a wrestling show to me.
We're probably not the target audience for you.
We're really not. And here's the thing: if we could go to the show live, I'm sure we'd be fine. We wouldn't be falling asleep sitting in our seats.
I hope not.
But
I don't think I would.
When you're sitting on your couch at 11:30 at 11 at night, the show's just coming back from intermission. It's a little bit rough sometimes. But no, I thought I did stay awake. I thought Freelance was really, really good. Great 4-way women's match on the show that Lainey Luck picked up the victory in.
She got lucky. Actually, luck had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they had a 30-man rumble. Ricky Shane Page picked up a win.
It was a 30-person.
30 person. There were some young ladies, some excellent female talent.
No, it was just Apricots. Still Life with Apricots and Pears identifies as non-binary.
Was it? So he,
they. What pronouns does Still Life use?
I don't know, but no, it was
going.
It was really really good, really fun. Our buddies Darren Corbin, Mikey, and Bucky put on a good show, and I thought Bucky was going to get the victory for a second, but it was not to be.
Yeah, I slept through most of Bucky being in there, which disappoints me because that's what I was trying to stay up for.
You know, I really like.
Yeah, who?
As far as freelance goes, Craig Mitchell.
Yeah, you've said that before.
That kid is a tank, man.
I think he maybe used to do some of the POW shows.
Really?
Yeah, Still Life with Apricots and Pears is them, they.
Okay.
They.
We got that info from Kat?
Yes. It's on their profile, apparently.
Okay. Now we know. Because, Still Life with Apricots and Pears, a wrestler in Chikara.
Yes.
Who essentially is a painting.
Yes.
And identifies as non-binary.
Yes.
And now, I've actually, and I'll say this about Still Life with Apricots and Pears, of all the weird Chikara gimmicks, that one may be one of the weirdest. But once I actually gave it a chance, once I gave them a chance, and actually saw them work in the ring, they're actually a pretty good worker. Yeah. So, they know what they're doing in the ring, and I've actually gotten to the point where I enjoy these Still Life with Apricots and Pears matches. I also love the fact he puts flowers in the Young Lions Cup. I think that's they put flowers in the Young Lions Cup. But Saturday night I watched ICW New York. You did not.
What did I do Saturday night?
Didn't you have a performance of something or other? You had something going on, so. You were not watching ICW New York, but no, I saw ICW New York is essentially like a game changer wrestling offshoot. They get a little crazy. They had Nick Gage versus Sami Callihan in a Falls Count Anywhere match that was just absolutely brutal. Chris Dickinson, who has become one of my favorite people in the world thanks to Beyond Wrestling Uncharted Territory, took on Maria Manic, and it was literally an intergender match with two of the craziest people I think in wrestling, and they were just beating the living crap out of each other. That was probably my favorite thing from that show. Even a show that had Scarlett Bordeaux and Jordine Grace on it, and I still think that Chris Dickinson versus Maria Manic was probably my favorite match on the show.
Where the hell was I Saturday night? It's gonna drive me nuts. We bought a car Saturday day.
You did buy a car. I've seen it. I saw it in the driveway. It's a very nice car.
Yeah, we bought a 2015 Ford Fiesta.
What the?
Margaret.
It looks just like yours.
Looks just like my what?
It's like yours, only less blue. It looks like your car, only less blue.
She got a little hatchback.
Kind of looks like your car.
I have a crossover utility vehicle.
Yeah, but they still.
Mine's a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, it's a little bigger.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Anyways, we better finish this podcast before you get caught in a storm.
Normally when I yell, she actually answers.
Well.
Because I yell louder than you. But it's not really supposed to start storming until like around midnight. Actually,
it's storming right now.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh wow. If it's storming now, it's already too late.
If I die, I die.
If I die.
All right.
Maybe I'll just sleep on your couch. I don't know.
Oh God. Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Anyways, what else do we need to talk about?
So we talked about Game of Thrones Sunday, but we didn't talk about Money in the Bank. So, what I ended up doing was I was over a friend of mine's who is a wrestling fan and a Game of Thrones fan.
Not mutual.
A friend of mine who
my
is a
friend.
Game of Thrones and a wrestling fan as well. So we watched the pay-per-view up till Game of Thrones started, watched Game of Thrones, and then put the pay-per-view back on. So, actually, I thought the pre-show match was excellent, except for the fact that you had Daniel Bryan get pinned, which
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did he get pinned by?
He got pinned by the Usos. One of the Usos. I can't remember which one. But here's the thing that was so weird to me.
What?
I was like, did they just win the tag team titles or not? But it was a non-title match. And the Usos were supposed to be on Raw, but they're fighting the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Again, it's just...
Wild card.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
It's like in EWR when I just start booking good matches because I just want to watch good matches.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Then
like booking storylines.
Then we had the Women's Money in the Bank, which I thought they did an excellent job.
So I saw Sean Ross Sapp, mutual friend, say that he thought it was one of the most violent Money in the Bank matches of all time.
Well, I thought that about the men's Money in the Bank match.
Really?
No, I thought the women did a hell of a job. They did some cool stuff. Really good stuff. I really, with the field that they had in it, wasn't sure who was gonna win. I kind of thought maybe they'd put on Ember Moon to elevate somebody new.
Yeah.
Ember Moon, probably had the spot of the match where she did the Eclipse from the ladder that was set up outside the ring.
Really?
And she jumped from the ladder into the ring to do the Eclipse.
That's kind of cool.
That was pretty
I hate
awesome.
that move.
I know you do.
Because you think least the setup move in wrestling.
You think the setup is
because you gotta just stand there like wonky. A fucking idiot and like, her, did she hit me yet? Did she hit me yet? Did she hit me yet?
Bandito in Ring of Honor does like this running.
Oh, his is worse.
The one where the guy has to hang on the middle rope for like 30 seconds.
30 minutes more.
It seems like that. you see that? Yeah. Because he did it. If you're doing it in like a tag match or a three-way where you can have the other guy kind of set it up for you, it looks okay. But in a one-on-one singles match, the pay-per-view match with Roosh, where Roosh had to hang there because he slipped, it felt like Roosh was there for like a minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
That's the one that to me.
That's the one time where it's like I can't. That's the one time where I have a hard time suspending my disbelief.
Yeah, the setup for that's just way too long, and it's like this makes it look just. I hate to use the F word, but it makes it look really, really fake.
Right, like obviously wrestling is fake. Everybody knows wrestling is fake. However,
trust me, there's people that still don't.
It is your job. Okay, well, either way. It is your job as a wrestler, as a person involved in wrestling, to make it as easy as possible for someone to forget that it is fake. That being said, like, Game of Thrones is fake. Sorry, nerds. It is. There's your thunder, baby. And, hey, stealing my thunder. Ha ha ha. Anyways, but it's an intriguing show. From what I've heard, it's a good story, so you forget that you're watching something fake. You're not sitting there the entire time saying, this is fake. It's fucking fake show. That's not a real dragon. She's not really fucking her brother. Like,
her nephew.
Her brother and her nephew?
No.
Oh. It's fucking weird. Anyways, no wonder these people got so many problems. I didn't realize Game of Thrones took place in Alabama.
Wow.
What? Anyways, so, well, my point is, the eclipse makes it hard to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, it does. I get that.
And so does the Roosh, or the Bandito spot.
Yeah. But,
anyway, so Money in the Bank. Do we need to go match by match?
No, we don't need to go match by match.
What stood out to you? What was memorable?
Well, I thought the entire pay-per-view was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I will say I loved the finish to the Shane McMahon Miz title match.
Yeah.
The cage match.
Yeah.
Sorry, not talking about cage match. The Shane McMahon, Miz grabs him by the shirt, and Shane McMahon just lifts his arms and falls out of his shirt. Whoop!
That was pretty clever.
I actually popped for that. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's cheesy." It's like, yes, it is, but it's actually good.
It's a different finish. What are you expecting from fucking Shane McMahon and The Miz?
Yeah. I do. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I said this on Twitter, so I'm just going to summarize it. I was, for a moment, kind of happy because the Cruiserweight title finally made a main roster, finally made the main card of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that. Cedric Alexander never got on the main show. Tony, Drew
Gulak.
Not Drew Gulak. Who is
Buddy
Murphy. Big match Buddy Murphy. Guy who killed it on 205 Live for months. Never got on the main show. Got called to SmackDown Live and he's disappeared. Okay? For the main roster, you put the Cruiserweight title on the main roster, the two guys you do it with are Tony Nese and Arya Daivari.
What are you getting against Arya?
He is boring as shit. And so is Tony Nese. I'm sorry. Tony actually is a really good wrestler. He's in good shape. But he's bland as fuck. Nobody in the crowd gave a shit. The Cruiserweight title finally gets to the main roster. And it's two Hanyaks that the crowd does not give a fuck. I listened to a show that actually had a call-in from a guy that was at the arena. And he said, literally, as soon as that match went on, people were going to the bathroom and the concession stands like nobody's business. It was the intermission match of the goddamn show. It's the why you gutted 205 Live. You took the two top stars off 205 Live, put them on the Raw and SmackDown roster, and we haven't seen them since.
Maybe they forgot that they put them...
Why did you do it if that's what you're going to do?
Maybe they forgot.
The Charlotte...
Is it bad that I think it's a legitimate possibility that they forgot they moved them?
They may have.
And that, like, the 205 bookers are just like, yeah, we don't have Buddy anymore, we don't have Cedric anymore. But they're not doing anything. They're probably on fucking Main Event, trying to boost the ratings on that show.
So, I do want to say, does WWE seriously not have a clue what Lacey Evans' gimmick is anymore? What was the thing with the gun? What was up with the Tomb Raider guns shooting money? It's like you're combining like 5 gimmicks into one here. Oh. She's a Marine. She's a.
I wish her gimmick was just. I don't hate her like act like a lady whatever gimmick as much as a lot of people do. But I do think it would have been cool if she had a fucking Marine gimmick since she was a Marine.
I think the Marine gimmick you hold until if she ever turns babyface. But the thing is, you're trying to put the guns in because she's a military. You're having her shoot money.
Oh, do you think that's why?
You're having her shoot money with her face on it, which, why is she stealing Kazuchika Okada's gimmick? Why
is she stealing JBL's gimmick?
The whole thing just like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is she shooting money?
Why are you expecting wrestling to make sense?
Why is she shooting money guns? Okay, Josh Wennis.
Oh, shit. You just fucking said that on the air.
I did, because, but so Becky comes out. Obviously, the match was decent. It was nothing to write home about. Becky wins, and I knew this was going to happen. Charlotte immediately comes to the ring. So she has to go right into that match. You know, they go about 4 minutes. Lacey comes running in.
I recorded BB Brave Saturday night.
That's right.
That's what I did.
Lacey Evans comes out, hits her with the woman's right. Yes, you recorded BB Brave at Pints.
Yes.
At Pints on Utica Ridge Road.
In Davenport.
Right over by the movie theater.
Yes.
But yeah, Lacey Evans comes out, hits Becky with the women's right. Charlotte pins her. So, Becky is unfortunately no longer Becky Two Belts. And obviously, Becky's probably going to stay mostly on Raw and feud with Lacey Evans, which I'm fine with that. I actually am into the feud in general. She
was on SmackDown tonight.
And then, well, again, wild card rule, brother. Charlotte wins the title. They both start beating her down. I'm like, oh, yep, here it is. Sure enough, Bayley runs in, makes the save. Charlotte attacks Becky. Charlotte attacks Bayley. Charlotte charges at Bayley in the corner. Bayley moves, and apparently hitting this second turnbuckle must have been like platinum plated or something, because Charlotte died for 5 minutes. Charlotte hit the middle turnbuckle, then just laid there unconscious.
Well, she did wrestle a match.
Well, for 3 minutes. And they did the gimmick. Bayley picks up the briefcase. She's looking at Charlotte. She goes to walk away. She, looks back at the briefcase. And then finally gives it to the ref and cashes in. Hits her with the elbow. 1, 2, 3, Bayley wins. I thought for a second, I'm like, I said to my friend, I said, dude, if Bayley walks, I'm gonna lose my shit. I seriously thought they were gonna do the Bayley doing the I don't want to win the title that way, so I'm not gonna cash in on somebody when they're down. No, you have the chance to be the world champion, whether the champion is a babyface or a heel. Whether you're a babyface or a heel. If you have an opportunity and can make a match right then and there, you take it. That's what made Edge. That's what made Edge's cash in so memorable. Miz's cash in so memorable. Granted, it's more of a heel thing to do, but babyfaces have done it too. The first CM Punk cash in was a babyface cash in after Batista destroyed Edge. What other babyface cash-ins were there?
The best one was Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam, but he said, I'm cashing in on this day and all that.
And that's why it was the best one.
Well,
when Bayley should have cashed in?
When?
Charlotte, I'm cashing in on June 7th at Super Showdown.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
God, wouldn't that... Could you imagine if she just went into business for herself and grabbed a mic and said I'm cashing in at Blood Money?
I don't think that'd work on many, many levels. Hey, did you know Super Showdown is possibly going to be better than WrestleMania?
I don't think that's something to brag about.
That's literally, did you not see the commercial?
No.
That's literally what the commercial says.
It might be better than
Super Showdown is going to be better than WrestleMania. That's literally what the fucking commercial says. I'm not making that up.
Blood money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Because Goldberg versus The Undertaker, I looked at my friend and I said, man, that match is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see that. I would have said in 1998. Not in 2019. We're about 21 years too late for that to be a thing I care about.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. The sad thing is, I hate to say it, I'm just going to say it, I'm going to watch the goddamn thing.
Oh, God damn it.
Because I'm sorry, I want to know how fucking terrible it is. I'm not happy with myself for doing it. I'm not proud of myself for doing it. But god damn it, I'm going to watch it.
I already think less of myself for not canceling the network over it. But I can't watch it. I watched the first one, but that was, ever since the Jamal Khashoggi thing, I can't condone it. I can't excuse it. I can't look the other way.
I've always said I can't cancel my WWE Network subscription for one reason. The content library is way too awesome. Yeah. I can watch Nitro. I can watch ECW. I can now watch year 2000 WCW Thunder, and believe me, that shit's amazing.
They put the 2000 Thunders up?
Yeah, they put up, I think they're up to June of 2000 now. They just did more content run. So we're almost all the way there. I need the entire run I need those last 3 months of Thunder so I can watch AJ Styles matches. You'd think they would want to get that up, because that's got AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And you can promote that. But no, it's
also got Vince Russo booking.
Oh, dude. Yeah. But
I don't want none. I don't want none.
I thought the two. I will say this.
Yeah.
I think the Seth Rollins and AJ Styles is your main roster match of the year.
Yeah.
I gave that match 4.5 stars on Grapple. I think it's at like 4.28 or something on Grapple. That was the best main roster match by far in 2019 so far. I don't know if you're gonna do a main roster match that's gonna beat it unless you're calling up Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole in time for SummerSlam. I don't think anything's beating it.
God, I hope they don't do that.
Please don't.
Stop saying shit like that.
Fitz is listening. He's going, hey, that's a good idea. I'll call him Tudor and Scruffy McGee.
Tudor and Scooter. The Booter Brothers.
No.
Tudor Scooter and Booter Scooter.
The reverse superplex and then the hang on into the reverse DDT.
Fucking beautiful.
The probably second best curb stomp transition of all time. You're never going to beat the curb stomp into the RKO, but the curb stomp into the counter into the Styles Clash.
Yeah, that was fucking cool.
Was amazing. I thought this match. I had pretty high expectations on this match, and I'm actually going to say I think it over delivered. I loved this match. This is two guys that are two of the best in the world. I went out there and showed why. And
for sure,
just a shade below 5. Maybe, like I said, I went 4.5. It's about 4.25, I think, for the consensus from people. But, if you haven't watched Money in the Bank, go out of your way, go back and watch that match. And then watch Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens. Good match. Quality match. I gave it 3, and I went through about 3.5 stars. It didn't have the drama, and I think had it not, they sandwiched the 2 title matches together, which normally they don't do.
Right.
And I think had it not been for this pay-per-view being laid out the way it was, I think some people you might look at Kofi and Kevin a little higher if they would have had at least a buffer match in there.
Yeah.
But having to follow a match before it that was so great, I think might have hurt them just a little bit. And then the men's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
This was, I think, one of the most brutal Money in the Bank match. Has anybody checked to make sure? Have we sent Finn Balor to make sure his back's okay?
I don't think we have.
The power bomb off the top of the ladder with Andrade, where Andrade's feet hit the ladder first, so the ladder went down. So it was a further drop than he was expecting, and then he hits it and bounces like way high in the air and comes back down on the ladder again. Then he takes a choke slam for Baron Corbin on on the top part of an open ladder, so his back goes across like the top step and the 2 side beams of the ladder because it was on its side. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Finn's back is has got to be destroyed. I thought everybody in this match did pretty well. I really think Ali shined. I think Finn shined with the selling. I think Andrade came across exactly how you would want his character to come across. So here's the deal. And I'm going to say this. I originally was F you on Twitter. After thinking about it, here's the thing. I don't hate the idea of, as Alex called it, the rob the bank finish. I've actually talked about that for years. That somebody should get taken, which essentially Sami Zayn's in the match, he gets taken out. Nobody comes out at the start of the match to fill his spot. Ali's about to grab the briefcase. Brock Lesnar's music hits. He runs in, knocks Ali off the ladder. Brock grabs the briefcase. Okay, here's the thing. This is a finish I've actually advocated for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think this would have been great if you would have used it on a guy that you wanted to elevate as a heel.
Sure.
I don't think you don't need to have Brock Lesnar use the Money in the Bank to get a title shot. He's Brock fucking Lesnar. You're going to give him a title shot because he's Brock fucking Lesnar.
Yeah.
You're not going to have him need the Money in the Bank to cash in for a belt. Also, he just got beat for the title. Shouldn't he automatically have a rematch clause?
They don't do rematch clauses anymore.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate that. You can change that narrative when you want to anyway. God damn it, I'm advocating for WWE booking. Fuck.
You can change what you want when you want. It's WWE.
I just advocated for
where anything can happen and we do whatever the fuck we want.
God damn it, I'm contradicting myself so bad here. But no. And maybe it's because, and again, maybe it's like Game of Thrones fans. They built it up in their head how they thought the show should end, so they're pissed that it didn't end that way. I had convinced myself that Andrade was literally the perfect person to give a Money in the Bank briefcase to. I think him walking around with a Money in the Bank briefcase, second probably only to Edge, as far as the original run of the Money in the Bank briefcase was the best run. Edge walking around with it for so long saying, I have this, I'm going to use it, I'm coming for you. And he holds on, and Edge held on to it just long enough to make you almost forget.
Yeah.
And then he did it after a Hell in a Cell match.
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber, yeah. So,
you know what they need to have somebody do at some point?
What?
Actually do it at Mania.
They did.
Who?
Seth Rollins.
No. Well, shit.
Did you forget that Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania? Oh.
Kind of. But what I meant was, like,
and what is
use it
to say, hey, I want a match at WrestleMania.
Do the RVD thing, but use it to make the main event of WrestleMania.
Okay, I see what you were getting at.
Yeah.
You could have done that. I think Andrade walking around, and especially with the wild card rule where you never know, Andrade could have showed up at Raw.
Mr. Money in the Bank can always show up on either.
Oh yeah, Andrade could have walked out on Raw with Seth Rollins after he gets laid out by Brock Lesnar, or he could come out and do it to Kofi or whoever the SmackDown champ is after Lars Sullivan destroys him. It's one of those things. Like I said, I'm not opposed to the finish. As a matter of fact, I advocated for the finish first. You didn't need to do it with Brock. You could have done it with somebody else.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar with probably one of the most, if not the most, entertaining thing he's ever done in his career, just because it's so fucking random with the boombox.
The videos of people playing the music to the boombox sound, I've seen I'm Too Sexy, Bree Mode, the Bree Mode entrance
Oh
scene.
God, really? I haven't seen...
What was the Danger Zone?
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger.
But we know what he was really listening to.
Off the Chest of Timothy Regal.
With Timothy Regal and Alex McCarthy.
And with Timothy Regal and the one real smart Alex, the 7-star mind, Mr. Alex McCarthy. But
plugs already.
Yeah. Hey Alex.
What?
You know what else I don't like?
It's
green and gold title belts that look like they stole them off the sign of a Waffle House.
Oh man.
Did you see the Waffle House tweet?
Yeah, I did.
Somewhere in Georgia we're missing our 24/7 sign.
I don't. Let's give it a chance. It's something to get guys on the show that otherwise wouldn't get on the show. And isn't that what we're always complaining about?
They took the hardcore title, they turned it into a comedy belt.
That's okay. Raw needs comedy. There's nothing...
Because
when do we not like comedy in wrestling?
Because I really, really, really wanted to see No Way Jose out there.
I like No Way Jose.
I do like No Way Jose,
Fuck
but
you.
I do like No Way Jose, but he's been buried so... He's buried farther down.
They could use this to redeem someone. They start out as a joke, and then they start having serious matches for it.
If Tyler Breeze doesn't win that belt in the next few weeks, I'm going to be really upset.
I want Ron Killings to hold it for a year.
R-Truth calling it the European title.
I think in his last tweet he called it the
Eurocontinental.
Yeah.
Apparently he said Little Jimmy pinned him, but he found Little Jimmy and pinned him he got and won the belt back.
Yeah.
So according to R-Truth, Little Jimmy is now a one-time WWE 24/7 champion. We cannot confirm or deny that. We cannot confirm that. But that's according to R-Truth's Twitter. I felt bad for Mick Foley. Good Lord. The crowd shit all over the promo.
I thought it was a good promo.
It wasn't bad, but the crowd, I just think that they knew that something was about to go down. That
Hey, it's better than the fucking Jamal Khashoggi Memorial title or the fucking Blood Money World Championship or the Grand Saudi Prince Memorial title. They could have done that.
So is Braun Strowman's greatest Royal Rumble championship on the line in the 50-man Battle Royal? I do want to. I want to know.
I don't want to talk about the fucking Super Showdown.
Because we saw that title, but we never saw it again.
I think it was more of a trophy.
But no, the 24/7 title, I
think it's got some possibilities.
It's got possibilities, but I mean, I feel like the Divas tag team titles have already been forgotten about.
The women's tag team titles? Did you say the D word?
Did I just say the D word?
Say the D word.
I did just say the D word. I'm sorry. The women's tag team titles.
Literally, the Iconics have not. Have they even been on Raw or SmackDown since they won them?
I haven't seen. Well, I haven't been watching Raw and SmackDown, so they might have.
But they definitely haven't defended them if they have been on Raw or SmackDown since they won them.
Ooh, speaking of things coming, hey Margaret.
What?
Before you leave, did you see the Zawa announcement?
No.
They are having an all women's. They are having a all women's tournament.
Have
On
they announced
July
any
11th.
competitors?
The 4 people on the flyer are the Southwest Spitfire, Valentina Loca, Blair Onyx, Sierra, and Vanessa Azor.
Yeah, those are the 4 that
Those are the first 4 that have been announced.
How many are there going to be?
Doesn't say.
I'm assuming probably 8.
Yeah, it's a one-night tournament. I can't imagine they're only going to do 4 unless they do like a round robin.
Maybe they'll do it G1 style.
A one-night G1.
I mean,
Like Starrcade '89 Future Shock.
Oh, that's true.
That's going to be enough to convince me to go to Zawa.
I just thought
But
since
I'm happy
you
for
were
it.
here, I would have you. So who's going to be the first woman to hold the 24/7 title, Margaret?
I think a woman already won it on SmackDown tonight.
Did Carmella pin him for it? Because I thought that was where they were heading.
I don't know.
I literally have
Margaret
no
probably
idea.
doesn't even know what the 24/7 title is.
They
They introduced a new title on Raw last
Yeah,
night.
they introduced a new title.
I'm not gonna fucking keep up with the people that are in the back pocket of a dude that sentences people to death for being gay. No, that's dead serious. I'm not gonna support them. They're in bed with the country that kills people for being gay.
Yeah,
And now I'm happy that they're being jerked around by the prince. They fucking deserve it. You have to do the prince's bidding now. Ha ha.
We talked about that. No, the 24/7 championship. It's if this lasts longer than 6 months, I'll be surprised. But maybe I'm wrong. But obviously, Alex, we talked about the one thing that's coming up this weekend.
SCW Pro.
SCW Pro Revival. But they're
The biggest show this weekend.
the biggest show this weekend by far. But there is...
You're not convincing when you say that.
The SCW Revival is the biggest show this weekend by far. That better?
That was worse.
There is another show, a show that it's not really competition. It's in another part of the country.
No, we're in war.
It's in a
According
thing
to Chris
called
Jericho.
It's in a thing called Las Vegas. I've never been there. Apparently, it's a place. But there's this little bitty show called.
I'm glad you finally realized the scale of it, Regal.
A little bitty show.
You've been putting it over way too
Called
much.
AEW Double or Nothing.
This little J Brown house show. Basically, if you guys remember the Heroes of Wrestling back in the day, this is going to be kind of like that.
Alex, stop! You can't, dude, come on.
If you saw,
this is not going to include Jake the Snake Roberts humping a snake and forcing a woman to touch him inappropriately.
no promises. I mean, hopefully not that other thing. Jesus, Regal. What kind of show are you booking?
That's what they booked at Legends. Well, they didn't book that at Legends of Wrestling, but that's what happened. I still say we need to do a watch along of that pay-per-view sometime.
Speaking of things that they didn't originally book but aren't going to happen,
so yeah, Pac versus Hangman Page happened at a show in the UK.
Was it Wrestle One?
Oh God, I can't think of what
Wrestle.
the company.
Wasn't Wrestle Pro?
No, I can't remember the name of the company. It's actually one of the smaller companies. It's one of the smaller companies in the UK.
It's probably one of the only places where old Pac can get a booking.
Stop.
Based on his reputation.
But
he's getting a reputation being hard to work with.
Pac's opponents were not there. Hangman Page came out. They had a hell of a match that ended in a DQ, and apparently the match at Double or Nothing has been off. Hangman Page now going to face an as of yet unnamed opponent.
It's gonna be me.
Justin Timberlake?
No, it's gonna be me.
Oh, no, you're not. No, it's not. You're going to be in Walcott.
Am I?
But, no, Double or Nothing.
Creepy stuff happens in
Double or Nothing. The pre-show going to be available for free. There are 2 matches on the pre-show, Alex.
The Double Down.
Well, we'll get to the Battle Road in a minute. The first one, Kip Sabian taking on Sammy Guevara.
Oof, I do not care about that match even a little bit.
Have you seen Kip Sabian at all?
No, I have no idea who the fuck Kip Sabian is.
He is a legitimate singer-songwriter and pro wrestler in the UK.
Oh, good thing you added that pro wrestler part. I was like, Jesus Christ, how come Arrow Boy isn't going to be on this show?
I don't know. But, no,
you know what? I got a theory.
What?
I fucking think Stephen Amell is going to be the 21st entry in the buy-in Battle Royal.
That's a possibility. I mean, he's not. Arrow's got 10 episodes left, though, so we'll see. Kip Sabian taking on Sammy Guevara. I've seen Kip Sabian on World of Sport a little bit. I do like him. Sammy Guevara. He's Sammy Guevara. That's the kids. People say that he has a lot of talent. Some people. I am not one of those people.
I think he's got talent.
He's got talent, but I just don't like him. Let's just say I don't like him. But then we have the 21-man Casino Battle Royal, the renamed version of the over-budget Battle Royal. 21 men. They're going to be entering the match in groups of 5. There's going to be a card draw, and based on the suit that they draw, that's going to be determine the group they're going to go in. And then there's one guy that's going to draw the Joker's card. He is going to be Lucky 21, the final man to go in. He's going to be the last guy.
Oh, see, I thought they were going to be intentional about who drew 21.
Well, no, it's a Joker's card.
Oh.
So far for this match, we've got Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler. Did you watch Being the Elite yet?
I'm like 3 weeks behind.
Okay, I caught up last night. There's a great scene where they don't tell Brandon that he's actually getting a full-time AEW contract. They bring him over. They have him like reading copy for like the voiceover for the over-budget Battle Royal. And it's like, okay, now read the next one. They do this like 3 times. Okay, now read that next one. And then it's basically him himself reading the hi, I'm Brandon Cutler. I was a pro wrestler. I took a 7-year break, and then he goes, and now I'm getting a full contract with AEW. So really cool thing. They show him calling his wife. I mean, it was a pretty emotional thing. I mean, he's a friend of the Brandon Cutler's a friend of the Bucks. He does a lot of I think he edits most of the Being the Elite stuff and all that. So he's been pretty much their ride or die guy, and wasn't a bad worker before he one of those stories where a guy got injured, got married, had a kid, just kind of fell out of wrestling, and now he's going to get a second chance. So. Good for Brandon Cutler.
Not a lot of people get that second chance.
Yeah. But Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, our boy AC Baby, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr.
I was on a show with Glacier.
Yeah. Brian Pillman Jr.
Yep.
Great dude. Sunny Days. Did you see the Road to Double or Nothing where they talked about Sunny Days? This is a guy who is an indie worker from the Atlanta area that I think he does a bunch of stuff with DDP for DDP Yoga.
Sounds right.
And they basically surprised him and told him that he was going to get this opportunity. MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, aka No Legs, from Joey Janela's Spring Break.
How's that going to work?
Your back equals 2 feet, I guess. Maybe he's gonna win the thing because God damn it, I'm a horrible person.
You really are.
Maybe he's going to win it because he doesn't have.
I mean, I was about to predict Ace Romero, but fuck.
I mean, Dustin Thomas literally doesn't have feet. So, no, if you've not seen the Dustin Thomas versus Tony Deppen from Spring Break, it's amazing. Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen from the two guys that make up Private Party, Luchasaurus, Sean Spears, and there are still 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to be announced. Give me a prediction as to who you think is going to win, and then give me a wild card prediction as to who one of those to be announced spots is going to be.
How many to be announced spots are there?
There are 4.
All right, you ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Jerry Lynn.
You think Jerry's actually going to be in the Battle Royal?
Maybe. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Alley Cat.
I could see Alley Cat.
Let's see. Conan.
Maybe.
And last but not least, is Heidenreich still alive?
Yes.
Heidenreich.
Wow. Heidenreich in All Elite Wrestling. No.
Heiden.
I'm gonna go the easy route for a spot in the Battle Royal. Our boy Marco, not announced yet.
Oh.
So I'm gonna
Isn't
say
he hurt again?
No, he came back Saturday night.
Okay.
I think he had a little tightness in the leg and decided to take a weekend off just to be safe.
Oh.
But he's gonna be at Starcast, so.
Is Orange Cassidy in the Double or Nothing Battle Royal?
No.
I'll predict him.
Is it Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Marco, and then for the win, I'm gonna say just to get him over. I hate him. God damn it. I'm gonna pick MJF, even though I don't want to.
You don't like MJF?
No, I love MJF. I hate the character. It's Kizze Fizze, brother.
Since when do we kayfabe? Oh my god.
I know.
So we're gonna treat this like SCW, where it's like it's an indie and we don't want to bury anybody or get any heat with anybody.
No.
So we're gonna fucking kayfabe.
Hey, MJF told me I was gonna die of diabetes on Twitter.
How do you die on Twitter?
No, he told me I was gonna die. He told me on Twitter I was gonna die of diabetes.
Oh.
But no, that's.
Are you doing match to match for this?
Well, real quick, that's your pre-show. Then we have a match I'm super looking forward to. SoCal Uncensored. That's your cue, Alex.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
You're supposed to do the SCU.
Oh, SCU.
Okay. Yes, Chris Fernandez, Frankie Zeri, Scorpio Sky taking on from OWE, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, the Strong Hearts.
I don't think we can say Oriental.
You know, I've always wondered. They're probably not going to say what the acronym actually stands for at all.
I don't think so.
I did not realize that is considered a term we're not supposed to use until recently. Thanks to this, actually. But the OWE...
You notice if you listen to the fucking press conference, they always just refer to it as OWE. Yeah.
The OWE team of the Strong Hearts, Shima, T-Hawk, and El Lindemann. I think that's going to be crazy. I think the OWE guys, the Strong Hearts, are just going to be flying all over the place.
You think the old guys are going to be able to keep up?
Oh, dude, it's Daniels, Kazarian, and Scorpio. Absolutely. They actually went to OWE a few weeks ago.
Did they?
Yeah, you can actually watch that on the AEW YouTube page.
Cool.
We have a match that was just added. Best Friends, Chuck and Trent versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
That should be a lit match.
They did a profile on Angelico and Jack joining on the newest BTE. I'm super happy. I was a huge fan of theirs in Lucha Underground. I'm a huge Angelico fan. Just look up Angelico Lucha Underground, and you're going to come across a clip of a dive that he did in Lucha Underground you have to see it that I literally lost my mind when he did it, because I'm like, how in the world did you just do that? I'm a huge fan of all 4 of these guys, so I think that's going to be a super fun match. Then we have another recently had a match, a 6 women's tag, Aja Kong, Yuka Suzuki, Emi Sakura, Hikura Shido, Ryu, and Ryu Niz... Oh, God. This one I'm going to butcher.
See, this is why... I don't know if you listened to BB Brave yet.
Yeah?
I just like... Aja Kong and some women whose names I'm not going to try to butcher.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. This is basically a match to get the women, because they're using the women of Stardom and Joshi Pro. I'm assuming this is probably going to be a great match. Probably going to be one of the sleeper matches of the show, because these women I know these women are talented. So then we have the three-way women's match: Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Kylie Ray. Obviously, Alex, have you brushed your teeth today, Alex?
Shit, I knew I forgot to do something.
Britt Baker's going to be upset with you.
Oh man.
But obviously, Alex, I'm going with my girl all the way. It's Smiley Kylie time.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm super happy for Kylie.
For sure.
Do you know Kylie doesn't have a Wikipedia page yet?
What?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Get on that Wikipedia.
Yeah, Kylie does not have a Wikipedia page. So then we get into the top half of this card. We'll start. I'm gonna go with this one first, and I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what the main events to the show. I'm pretty sure the main event will be the singles match, but Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson taking on.
I thought they said that was the main event.
Is the tag match the main event, or?
I thought that's what they said.
Oh, really? Okay, so maybe I was expecting Jericho and Omega, but Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. They've built this match up excellently, including the surprise appearance at AAW of the Young Bucks. I think this is going to be off. These guys are going to go out there. It's going to be playing the hits. I think these guys, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so much fun. Then we have Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes.
Well, they call him the naturally. They call him the natural, and naturally.
Again, the videos for this. The videos for this were amazing. You watched that video, didn't you?
Which video?
Where they revealed Dustin as Cody's opponent.
Oh yeah.
And just the promo from Dustin as he's putting on the face paint, and I'm excited. It's not. Is it going to be the greatest wrestling match in the world? No. But are they going to tell but they're both amazing storytellers, and they're going to tell an amazing story.
Yeah.
So that one. Hangman Page versus an unnamed opponent. It could be anybody. I'm not even going to speculate it.
I think it's going to be Rhett Titus.
Why Rhett Titus?
I don't know.
That's hopefully they get somebody better than Rhett Titus.
Jesus, Regal.
Dude, Rhett Titus is a good worker, but no, for this, you need if you're replacing Pac, you need a splash. You need a guy.
Oh, a splash! Hint, hint.
That wasn't a hint.
A splash from the man called Sting. He's the man called Sting.
It's not gonna be Sting, but
man called Sting.
Sting's gonna be a Starcast, so you never know.
Man called Sting.
Then Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho 2. I'm pumped. Oh, Jericho is basically main eventing 2 shows in 2 different continents in like 6 days, because he's taking on Okada at the Tokyo Dome the week after.
It's crazy, Regal. How do they allow him to do such a thing?
Jericho's contract is. He said it allows him to still work in Japan. I'm pretty sure Kenny's does too. So.
Yeah. Kenny's done in Japan. He'll never work in Japan again.
If you think Kenny Omega is not going to work in Japan at some point, you're crazy.
Maybe if All Elite runs a house show in Japan.
That could happen.
Maybe when. Oh, do you think they'll tour?
They said not right away.
I'm not talking about like domestically, like house shows, but like internationally.
I mean,
that to me that's different than just doing house shows.
The business plan is very tight. The rollout's going to be, I'm trying to think the right word to use. they're going to be cautious. They're not going to go out there and just hemorrhage money. So even though they have a lot of money, they're not. You don't want to lose a lot of money. So,
Right.
I think is the plan. We're watching this on Sunday.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Are you paying for it?
I mean, I chip in for it. I thought we had a group of people that were going to chip in.
Maybe it all depends on what Margaret's parents' plan is.
Okay.
Also, we're gonna need significant chip in because I don't think I can justify more than 20.
Well, no. But folks, after you come to Walcott and watch SCW Revival, you should totally, maybe Sunday when you're just sitting around, you know, not a lot to do. You should absolutely.
Not a fucking holiday weekend or anything.
You should absolutely
skip the family barbecue.
Like family barbecue on Monday, or maybe Monday when you don't have to go to work. You know, you should absolutely after you go to SCW Revival in Walcott, you should absolutely check out All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing. It's gonna be a great show.
You don't know that.
I was at All In. I can pretty much guarantee you it's gonna be a great show. I was at as I like to say, I was at episode 0.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
We didn't know what it was yet, but I will always argue that All In essentially was All Elite Wrestling episode 0. So it was the pilot.
I'm sure Sinclair and fucking New Japan
dude
would not appreciate that argument.
Let's be straight up. Did the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, essentially con Joe Koff and Ring of Honor into putting on an infomercial on their network for them? Yes. Okay. And you know what I'm going to say? More power to them for doing it.
It's pretty shitty and shady.
Ring of Honor got paid. The damn show is still on their streaming service, so you can still go get Honor Club if you want to watch it. You can still watch All In on New Japan World.
Oh,
so
fuck. You know, that's what's gonna it sounds like that was a Warner Media's basically objective that basically they said you cannot undercut the
So here's the deal with that. A lot of people complaining about and we'll
the
do
price
this,
point for the streaming.
We're getting long. So here's the thing: you can't when they went to traditional pay-per-view, you can't undercut the price on streaming. That's why All In was so expensive if you got the Fight TV version of it. They couldn't traditional pay-per-view can't do anything about it being on a subscription service, but they can say, okay, if you're buying it a la carte to stream online, they have to pay the same amount of price as us. And because this is a new company, they essentially don't have the leverage that WWE would have over the pay-per-view companies. So, essentially, yeah, here's the thing.
See, I thought that they could, but Turner Media basically said that we're not going to.
It sounds like the pay-per-view companies kind of put their foot down on that. But and I'm going to say this to people. The people that are complaining about the price probably weren't going to order it anyway. The people that are going to order are going to pay.
I definitely am. I mean,
you might be in the minority, but the people that were.
But think about all the people that can't afford to just drop $60 on 10 days' notice, Regal. They weren't planning on it being that much. It alienates a lot of people when you raise your price point like that. When you come out with a price point that basically contradicts the industry standard totally.
Maybe a little bit, yes, but I feel like if people buy it and the show is great, here's my other thing. Nobody complained 6 years ago when they were paying $60 to watch Backlash 2012.
Yeah, they were fucking watching it on the internet. They were pirating it.
People were paying for pay-per-views $60 every month to WWE not too long ago, and nobody complained.
I've never paid $60 for WWE pay-per-view in my life.
Maybe it was $50, but
I've never paid $50 for WWE pay-per-view in my life. I've never paid $40. I always pirated them.
Well, you did, but okay. So but the point is, the metric of the industry has changed, and I do think that you may lose some.
I think it was a big mistake, and it kind of could be alienating to a less affluent fan base who doesn't have $50 as a disposable income on 2 weeks or 10 days notice. If you had told them a month ago, they could have saved up. But some people can't drop $50 on 10 days notice.
We'll find out, I guess, come probably in the days after the pay-per-view. But I think people are going to watch it. I am happy that at least we do know where the streaming future is of the show. It sounds like it's going to be Bleacher Report Live, which is owned by Turner Media. And they didn't say it outright, but it sounds like that the weekly show will be available in some form or fashion on Bleacher Report Live for people like you and I that have cut the cord on traditional cable. So, and it was like,
God, I don't want to spend like $3 an episode though.
I actually said maybe a monthly package, like maybe like $5 a month, and you get the weekly show every week. Maybe. I said you're probably gonna have to pay at least a small fee for it, but I would be.
There is stuff on Bleacher Report for free. Like I think the Dan Patrick Show is free.
Well, some of the podcasts and stuff I know are on there free, but I'm guessing for All Elite Wrestling, Tuesday Night Throwdown or whatever it
Tuesday Night Dynamite.
Dynamite, whatever they're gonna call it.
Tuesday Night Throwdown. Did you hear that was a name?
Because TNT.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it really is. But whatever they call the AEW Weekly Show when it starts up in October, I'm assuming will be hopefully free. You're not going to be able to charge $40 every single week. I'm guessing it'll be in some type of a package deal if we do have to pay for it, which I have no problem forking over a little bit of money to get access to AEW. So we'll see. But obviously, big weekend coming up. Next week, we'll probably talk a lot about Ric Flair next week. Probably talk about what happened at SCW. Talk about what happened at Double or Nothing. We'll talk about what happened at StarCast. We didn't even talk about that on the show this week. We do have the StarCast package.
We do?
Thanks to me.
Oh.
I was trying to win a trip to Double or Nothing. I didn't win, but at least now we get to watch StarCast stuff on Fight TV.
All right.
So don't rip the mic down.
Let me tell you something, baby.
Dusty.
Follow Margaret at Bells in the Sale.
Dust.
Follow Regal at SCW Regal 444. Follow Alex at One Real Smart Alex. Follow the podcast at Off the Chest TR. Follow the network at SlayerFam Rest WREST. Follow us on Instagram at SlayerFam Wrestling. Follow us on Facebook like the SlayerFam Wrestling Network. Doug Ritter get Twitter. Matt Ritter get Twitter.
Dusty, who's going to win? Cody or Dustin?
Chris Angle. Your son sang so beautifully Monday night. It was like music to my ears. I was there at the gala. Why are you trying to make me pick between my kids, Regal? Fuck you.